Is it a crime to be filming in a public building, miss? Do you think it's a crime?
You may speak to my sergeant when he gets here.
Sounds like you need an education. Is this a Sergeant Hartz that will be arriving?
Yes.
Don't take no picture of me.
I am right now.
Did you get my consent?
Do I need it?
Yeah.
I don't. You're in public. You're in public.
Of course you do. You need my
Really?
consent.
Are you sure about that? What's your name? So as you can see, guys, all I did was point a camera at her and she attacked me verbally. So, So as you can see, guys, there's over probably 100 something different cameras in this building, and they record us, but we're unable to record them in a public place, which is double standard, and most of their employees don't know the difference. So that's why we should increase their training. They get minimal amounts of training in the police academy. They don't go over the Constitution. They can't remember their oath that they took to defend the Constitution. So it sounds like she got educated, guys. You have a situation where it takes longer to become a barber than it does to become a police officer in this state. And they're dealing with the public. They have to know everybody's rights, and nobody knows a thing. Which is why we come here and do this job, to educate.
Hi, how are you?
I'm here to pay the sewer bill.
Okay.
Is
Just
that-
go through security.
Okay.
You know where to, what floor it's on?
4?
Oh, did they?
Is Sergeant Hurts still on his way, ma'am? Because I'd like to know if I need to stick around or not.
He is.
Okay. So as you can see, guys, we're waiting on the sergeant. She called back up for a guy holding a camera. This is the world we live in today. Police officers need backup in order to hassle somebody that's holding a camera. So, and you know I don't run from the police, so if somebody gets called on me, I stick around. I have no reason to run anywhere.
Do they still have those like once a month? Yeah. Do they come here?
Go ahead, sir.
How you doing? Just here to go to the city clerk. Legal documents, I'm serving them. Thank you.
Are you Sergeant Hart? Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it a crime to film in a public building?
I'm not sure yet, so we'll find out.
You don't know?
I don't know yet what the crime is or what it's not. So
You know, like a misdemeanor or a felony?
I just answered your question.
You don't know if it's a crime to film in a public building?
It's not a crime to film in a public building.
Okay, well, this officer here allegedly thinks it is. I have her on video saying that she thinks it is.
No, is there any reason why you want to film?
Yeah, so I noticed that police vehicle outside is not responding to an emergency, and which means that it's illegally parked. There is no signage that says that parking for city marshals like it does on the other side of the sidewalk. So that's an illegally parked vehicle. And I'm here to tell you guys, unless you're responding to a code violation, like a code 4, or no, sorry, code 3, you can't park like that. You're not above the law just because you're driving a police cruiser. Right, so you know that when you drive, you have to obey all traffic laws until you have to roll code, and then you are allowed to use your code to break the traffic laws, essentially, correct?
Are you a police officer?
No, that's the law. Do I look like a police officer?
I don't know. You could be an off-duty police officer.
Yeah. So what's your opinion? What is your opinion on that?
I don't have to give you an opinion on it.
Yeah. You think you're above the law?
I never said that.
Why is that vehicle parked illegally out there? Can I park over there? The same way she parked?
I have no problem with you parking over there.
You have no problem with me parking there for free, and you're not going to ticket my vehicle?
Here comes my sergeant. And
Oh.
talk to him.
How'd court go?
And I'll tell you about it.
Oh, boy.
It went kind of from.
Do you need your break? You good?
No.
Ah, okay, stop it.
I just got off.
No worries. You gonna stay logged in?
Yeah, I'll stay long. There's no sense of going home all the way back. Right. Now.
Excuse me, Sergeant. Can I have a word with you for a moment, please?
Sure.
I had some concerns about that vehicle parked outside,
Which one?
that Marshals vehicle.
Okay.
So that particular parking spot is a no parking zone.
Okay.
And unless she's responding to a code 3, she's not allowed to break traffic
Do you
laws
know?
like
Do you know what
that.
code 3 is?
It's when you're responding to an emergency.
And NRS defines emergency as what?
Something where there's a call, something like an emergency, right?
What else does code 3 say?
What else? I don't know. You tell me, buddy.
No, I know you're bringing it up. Anyway, so yeah, let's go outside and talk about it.
I'm okay. I'm okay in
Oh,
the
I
air
didn't decide
conditioning.
to, because you're right. It does say no parking.
Yeah.
We do utilize it for our vehicles out front because
Right.
we need to get to equipment if an emergency takes place inside the building.
Yeah.
And also we have some other areas for our media relations.
So parking on that side of the sidewalk where it's legal to park is not going to make a difference for your emergency because that's like 5 more feet. But for instance, that vehicle is illegally parked.
Okay.
So am I allowed to park there?
What does the sign say?
It says no parking.
Okay.
But unless you're rolling code, you can't break traffic
Actually,
laws.
that's actually not.
No,
The
no.
code is lights and siren.
Yes.
Code 3, 2, emergency or
Right.
whatever's needed.
You have to obey all traffic laws when
okay.
you're traveling normally and you're not responding to a
That's
call.
not a traffic law. It's a parking law.
Yeah. And it's a non-moving violation.
Okay.
And she's parked there illegally. I'd like to file a complaint.
Feel free to. I'll give you the number to IA.
Very good.
All right. Fair enough. Anything else we can help you with today?
Yes. One more thing.
Before I call IA for one thing, let's get it all out of the way.
Okay, sure.
What else you got?
Well, she had mentioned that it's illegal to record in this building. Do
Oh.
you know it's a First Amendment protected
Well,
activity?
let me correct you. Not correct you, but I already spoke to my officer. I told her you have every right to go anywhere else in the public could go in this building. It's not a big deal and record. However, you can't go any of these secured areas that aren't allowed by
Correct.
employee.
And I have no desire to go into
Okay,
any secured
good.
areas.
All right, cool.
But you have a situation where you guys don't have the training to deal with even just the simplest people. I'm over here holding a camera and she calls for backup. So, no, hold on.
Oh, you're not done? Okay.
No, I'm not finished.
Oh, good.
No, okay. So you have officers like her who are uneducated about the Constitution, who swore an oath to the Constitution to protect and uphold the Constitution, and here she is trying to violate my rights.
I don't
You
believe
don't see
anyone-
you don't see an issue with that?
Sir, that's why I'm here. I don't believe anyone's intentionally trying to deprive your rights. We have an officer that doesn't work this post
Is
regularly.
ignorance of the law an excuse?
Okay, I don't
Is
know why-
ignorance of the law an excuse?
I'm not using that. That's why I'm
So
here.
that's not an excuse, sir. That's not
but
an excuse.
Have we violated your rights? Did
She was
tell-
about to.
But she didn't.
Yeah, she attempted to.
Oh my
That's called
goodness.
prior restraint.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a crime.
Cool. Well, you can press charges for that too. You're more
No,
than
it's
welcome
a-
to.
it's-
I'll
it
get
would
your
be a
number down.
federal. It would be a federal.
Federal courthouse
Yeah,
right down the street.
you got it, bud.
All right. Anything else? and it's hard.
Can you give me that? Okay, you're dismissed.
NYP number 68.
You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
I'm not dismissed.
Oh yeah, yes you
I
are.
can stand here just like you. just
Okay,
did.
you're dismissed. This is what you do on your spare time, huh?
No, this is what you're doing in your spare time.
No.
I'm actually paid to be here.
Okay, you're dismissed. Stand up for your rights. So we got here, this officer got educated. First Amendment protected activity. Public photography. Supreme Court case law.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make sure I get you the correct number, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. I am.
What's your P number?
1246.
Do they have an email by any chance?
Sure we do.
So as you see, guys, this officer got educated. This is a problem, common problem within the police community. This is what bridges the gap. This is what widens the gap, widens the gap between the police and the citizenry. They don't know anything about human rights. They can violate at will, and they're protected by qualified immunity. So we need to educate these police officers, and we need to increase their training.
Yeah, 'cause I'm just trying to remember. It's DPS investigation. I'm not saying you know like that. Just in here, I'm trying to remember what the general extension was specific.
So as you can see, this sergeant wants to twist the law to say he's allowed to break any law he wants on the street because his safety. That's a bunch of bullcrap. If he's worried about his safety, he probably doesn't need to be on the streets anyway.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you. All right. There you go, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
That's the general information line. That's my name and P number, her name and P
All
number.
right, excellent, thank you.
All right, that's love to you.